Welcome, mourners. You are listening to Dirge of Mourning's Coffin Carrier. I am your host, Andrew A. Graves, alongside Terabella Thorne. In this episode, we'll be looking at a UK/Romanian band called Clouds, with their song Images and Memories from their album, now I hope I pronounced this correctly, Durer, released in 2020. Holy fuck.
That's a really pretty song, right? You like it?
Oh, yeah.
That's a beautiful.
Come back tomorrow. I just died and went to heaven.
There you go.
Where the fuck do I start with that awesomeness?
I know. Well, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
Let's start with the piano.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
That mixed in with this sort of eerie atmosphere in the background. Then when the drum roll kicks in.
Yeah.
And then we just have that, violin sound in the background just quietly creeping in. And as it builds up to this, I could only describe it as this weeping melody that the violin has during its sort of chorus moment.
It's really gorgeous. Really gorgeous. I noticed it too. I noticed pretty much all the things you're noticing. I do know this song, and so do you. This was an album that both of us had to rush out and get pre-ordered because it was just that good.
Fucking phenomenal.
The entire album is good, but this song, it does stand out. I've always liked this one. I love the title. The title even drew me to it. Images and Memories just drew me in. Like, what's a more perfect title? And I think every element that I think of when I think of Clouds is in this song.
I was just gonna say that. That's exactly the same thing. If you want a perfect understanding of what this band is and everything that they encompass, this is the best song to listen to understand what they're about.
I agree. The sounds of the music plus the words.
So, and just speaking of the words there, I just want to give out just a few little bits to give people an understanding of why we're saying that this is the number one song to check out from this band, if you want to understand what they are. It's the very last line in the song.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
We are the same, clouds in the sky. That just, I think, encompasses everything about what the band is trying to get across in their music.
I agree. We know their music very well, so it's very easy for us to listen to and hear everything and know what's going on. But for people who might not be as familiar, it is a softer side of Funeral Doom. And I just love it because it was one of the first bands that I began to listen to, and not even knowing that they were Funeral Doom based. I did not know. I just was drawn to some of their songs. So I began listening to some of them over and over again and got to know their sort of sound and MO, so to speak. So beautiful, just beautiful. I that's the word I keep saying about them, and in a way, I do find them to be quite unique because they do have this sort of softness, almost like they're embracing you rather than telling you about death. It's like they're embracing you and bringing you in.
Yeah, I always compare their music to the sort of idea that I have in my head of like, there's like two different categories of what funeral doom is to me. You've got the stuff that takes place in the cemetery / the actual funeral itself, right? There's songs that would fit into that category perfectly.
Oh yeah.
But what about after the fact?
Right.
The wake and everything beyond that. That's what Clouds is to me. They are the other side of funeral doom, where they talk about the emotional distress that you may go through when losing someone.
Well, this is very spiritual. You've got basically, from what I'm reading, I am grasping for some reason that this is your own death and how it unfolds in a sort of perfect world. It's not scary. It's not violent. You don't have any craziness going on. We just have this thing withered away, faded out, and never to return. We lost the will to live. It's just laying it out like this is how it goes. And I really love it because it's painting a picture, image,
yes,
and thoughts, memories. So you've got the sort of, to me, it's like very artistic and sort of, I can almost see clouds moving around and like sort of a fog or vapor. It's like as if in a dream. I think, lifetime in a dream. There we go.
Yep.
So it's very almost surrealistic.
Well, see, I get exactly where you're coming from, but here's how I'm sort of imagining it. There's the idea that you are just sort of like looking up at the sky and you're contemplating your own existence to where will it be in the end.
Well, that could be true, yeah.
Because we've got the lines, we are the only ones who see. We're the only ones. In other words, the people who are, mindful of their own mortality are going to look at different elements of the world and ask themselves the important question: what's going to be left? What am I going to be at the end of the day? And just like we already mentioned, it's the ending line here. We are all the same, clouds in the sky. In other words, we all sort of go to the great beyond in the same manner. We all die.
Yeah, exactly. And I think some of the other things leading up to that are, we will fall always. We close our eyes and drift away, no matter how or where or when.
Right.
So it doesn't matter like where you're at, how old you are, what's going on. When your time's up, your time's up. And it's saying, to me though, it's a peaceful passing. To me,
yes,
it's like caressing you and saying, don't worry.
Yes,
this is just how it is.
Now there is a part of the song where it gets a little bit heavy in the death growly section, but it's not the same as other death growl utilizations here. It's actually more of a peaceful death growl.
It is. And I think it's done simply for a sort of an impact at that moment with the music.
It's to let you know that, hey, yes, these things, this chapter of your life is closing, and it should be a dramatic event, but it's not one that should be always shrouded in like misery
or fear.
Right. Take it with a bit of gusto and go, yeah, I lived a good life.
Right. I think this is about someone's or people's passing who have had a decent time and are going to have what we may call a regular decent death. If there is such a thing.
There's a little bit of hope here.
Yeah, exactly.
There's an optimism to this.
Definitely. This one is for sure.
And that optimism, I think, comes into the actual ending of the song with the guitar solo.
Oh, don't even. I'm so glad you mentioned it, but I really wanted to mention it because what sort of beauty is that?
First time I heard it, I was floored.
It
fits so well
somewhere, and that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to send you somewhere. It's like you're sent off.
Exactly. That's why there's that little bit of like optimism with it, because you don't necessarily hear a lot of guitar solos in funeral doom.
Well, and you know how I'm not such a fan of blast beats, but the blast beats really, really punctuate this solo. So
absolutely.
It's like perfect.
Musicianship is spot on here.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I don't think Clouds is known for making too many bad songs.
I've yet to come across one.
I know. So we definitely are fans. I wholeheartedly recommend not only this song, but the entire album. So beautiful. So lovely.
So I guess my next question is for you then. What's your favorite line or paragraph or what have you from this piece here?
Well, there's two.
Okay.
It's either the very first part where it says toward the beginning, a lifetime in a dream, or the very last that you've read, we are the same, clouds in the sky. It's, I mean, a lifetime in a dream. Isn't that beautiful?
It is. It does have that. Again, it is like that dreamlike quality to the song.
Yeah.
There's that little bit of optimism within the sorrow.
It's something else. Yeah.
For me, I would have to go with these particular lines. So I empty all my thoughts, carrying images and memories I've lost so long ago. Now, the reason that I just absolutely love that is because, one, the way he sings it is just magnificent.
Mm-hmm.
Beautifully done, expertly placed, and the timing is impeccable. But I also like what it means. You're emptying out all of your thoughts, so you've now got them in the palm of your hand. You're carrying all the things that mean so much to you. The problem is, you've lost them to the sands of time. The last part there, before it, goes into the grand death growly type stuff, never to return. This send-off to either yourself or someone else is isolated in that one moment of, wow, make the most of the here and now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, to me, this song is just absolutely amazing. So just fucking perfectly done. I cannot stress that enough. It is just fucking awesome.
It is. I agree.
I guess there's only one thing to do then. Scoring.
And what say you? I know what I say.
Well, I'm going to say what you say and double it by saying it's a 10 out of a goddamn 10.
It's a 10 out of 10.
It has to be.
It has to be 10 out of 10. There's no other option. Perfection.
Every element perfectly crafted. The meaning absolutely awesome. Music fantastic. And if you, for some reason, have not heard this band, go do so.
Where have you been?
And I would also like to say one other thing, probably going to get me some flack. They are 100% Funeral Doom. I will argue that point till I'm blue in the face. I will point out everything that makes them Funeral Doom. And I've got a laundry list. But with that said, I will find all that I can. Links will be in the description as usual, guys. So that is going to do it from us here at Coffin Carrier. Until next time, mourners, remember, every day is a funeral.